Hey there, StarCraft fans, it's Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Today, it's going to be RoyaL versus Blade here on Knockout, a bit of a newer player to the channel. Bottom left, ASL champ RoyaL. Bottom right, it is Blade, Korean Protoss player, great dude, amazing Protoss player, not an ASL champion, but hey, if ASL champions beat every single person who is not an ASL champion, that'd be pretty boring, wouldn't it? So we've got a 4-player map here, Knockout. We've got third bases on the high ground at the 3 o'clock and 9 o'clock places, and not a high ground at the 12 o'clock and 6 o'clock places here. And then just mirrored all over the place. We have a mineral high ground like on Polypoid for the spawn locations here, so a 4-player map, a lot of places to expand. And we will see how Blade here is going to handle RoyaL's mech. Right. But maybe it's not going to be mech. RJB sent me this. He says it's an excellent replay. I trust him on all things StarCraft because he has so much hype for it. So many good connections with Korean Protoss players and just Korean StarCraft players in general, as well as some foreigners, which is interesting as well. So it is going to be a gate here inside the main base, or maybe a Nexus first on a 4-player map. You do have to take some chances if you are Protoss, and it looks like he's saving up for a Nexus first here. Not cross-spawn, he doesn't know that, but that's why it's a risk to go Nexus first against a Terran player. It is going to be a Nexus first at a short rush distance on a 4-player map here. So we will see if RoyaL can scout it. The SCV scout is very important at this point. If he goes counterclockwise, I think he's going to win this game. If he goes clockwise, then I think Blade is in an excellent position here. And Steve, the SCV, scouting clockwise. All right, man. Blade, you're going to get away with this. Woo! You go ahead and buy a lottery ticket. You are lucky today. Barracks coming up inside the main base. Gas. RoyaL is not messing around with this barcode Protoss opponent here on Knockout. He is taking it very, very seriously. He's not taking risks. Unlike the Nexus firsting Blade here. We've got a gateway coming up. We've got a wall off starting with a pylon. And Steve the SCV says, no Protoss here. That's okay. There is only a 33% chance we would see Protoss. And scouting the other short rush distance here. He does not want to scout long rush distance. He just wants to scout and make sure there's not a Nexus first at a short rush distance here, or even worse, a 2-gate of some kind on a short rush distance. And check it out. He sees it. He sees it at 2 minutes and 56 seconds. Nexus first. Let's see what his response is. Hurriedly sending across Marines immediately. That is the response here. Marines hoofing it across the map. Short rush distance. Maybe an SCV for a bunker? RoyaL? No. Oh my gosh, no? Why are we stopping? Why are we stopping? I guess there's a Zealot already out. So I guess the bunker is not going to go down, and expanding himself as well at the same time. He would if it was not a Nexus first here. So we are ahead. We are ahead. No punish. No punish for this Nexus first. We've got a cannon. We have a safety cannon at the front here. He did force a safety cannon by scouting it early, and this probe sneaked right past those Marines and sees, yeah, okay, you didn't skip anything. We've got gas. We have a vulture about to kill me here. Okay, very good. Very good. I know what you're doing at this point. And let's see what the follow-up is going to be here. Cybernetics Core is the gateway to a world of imagination for Protoss. You can do everything with a Cyber Core. You can make a Stargate. You can make a Robo. You can go Reavers, you can go Carriers, you can go Quick High Templar drops if y'all want, you can go Speed for Zealots. The world is your oyster with a Cybernetics Core. $199 on sale this Friday only. Again, hope you're having a great time on the channel. Been posting some bangers recently, man. A PvP on Sparkle. An island map PvP with mind control and carriers between best. Are you serious? And Mini. Come on, man. If you missed that one, go check it out. I don't think it got very many views because it's a PvP and people hate mirror matchups, but dude, come on. Mind control at a pro level, carriers at a pro level, island map at a pro level, dude. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. You just have to. I demand it. It's gonna be a robo opening. Again, this can be just for detection, but I'd love to see it for Reavers here out of Blade. It's a big, wide open main for Reaver shenanigans. Vultures swinging down at the bottom way, trying to see what's going on. We've got a cannon, and we have a Dragoon. It's going to be a hard run by for these guys. I think Spider Mining is their best move. Waiting to see if a probe's moving out to try to maybe expand over here and killing it. That'd be a great move, too, because look at this. Fast third. He's trying to make up for the fact that the Protoss got a fast second out by getting a fast third of his own. Spider Mining up, trying to control the map with those Spider Mines, getting tanks out. No siege tech done yet, and a range upgrade is on the way for the Dragoons for Blade. So, what are we going to do here to deal with potential drops? Honestly, at this point, nothing. We don't need it yet. It's not like you can get a Reaver drop out at 5 minutes. Especially with a Nexus first. Especially with a Nexus first. Is that a... Nah, it's an observatory. Ah! For a second, I was hoping it was going to be a support bay, but that's cool. That's cool. We're going to get detection out. Doesn't mean we can't make Reavers after this. Engineering bay for turrets. Obviously, not really going to get upgrades for Marines in this game. Sorry, Marines. You're going to have no upgrades at all. You're not getting stim. You're not getting a range upgrade. You're not getting +1 or +1 on armor or attack. Very, very sad, but, you know, you're in the wrong game for that. You are very important against Zerg, but not so important against Protoss, really against Terran either. Let's be real. Marines only show up in TVZ in huge numbers. With the SK Terran strategy, which, I don't know, not a huge fan of it. I like a lot of tanks, but hey, you can do a lot of Marines and a lot of tanks. We've seen that on the channel from time to time. Third base, not naked expanded. Dragoon escorting the probe up here to get the third base going. That's a blind base, I think. He doesn't know about the Terran third base. It's already done. He's scouting it now, but he started his third base before he knew about it and might actually cause him to get a fourth base pretty quick here, too. He doesn't want to expand closer to the Terran because pushes are shorter that way. Probably wants to expand up here, which is why there is a Spider Mine there as RoyaL tossed it down. So, bit of a push. Tanks don't have siege mode yet. Oh, man. Look at this. He recognizes it. He says, hey, all your tanks are on siege. Gets one of them. Ah, takes down a Dragoon. Sorry about that. And then siege mode finishes up, and RoyaL is... Woof, he's okay. Man, if he didn't finish siege tech there, I think he'd be dead. I really do. Oh, he lets the Zealot absorb the shots. He's trying to get on top of the tanks, but the SCVs are body blocking. Amazing SCV body block there. He's losing a couple SCVs here and there, but they're tanky. They can take more shots from a Dragoon than a siege tank can. Pretty sure that's the case. It is going to be Reaver shenanigans. Let's go. Yeah. So it is going to be Reaver shenanigans on the follow-up here. The Dragoon pressure maybe making our Terran forget a little bit about that, but no. He's got one turret in the main that has to deal with a shuttle that can park up here, drop Reaver, shoot, pick up, drop Reaver, shoot, pick up. You know the drill. Missile turret shuts that whole thing down. Spider Mines inside the main base are good against Reaver drops as well. A couple turrets here would be good, and indeed it is. Indeed, he's getting more turrets. So he knows what's up. He is anticipating Reaver shenanigans. He hasn't scanned. He doesn't have ComSat. He doesn't know this is happening. He's just doing it to be safe, which I really appreciate. Turrets inside the natural base for the same reason. But yeah, just turrets to deal with both Zerg and Protoss, because Reaver drops and Muta attacks are extremely annoying to deal with if you don't have that static defense, and RoyaL knows that better than anybody. Well, maybe as much as anybody. Anyway, yeah, Spider Mines up here, going to help with Reaver dropping on top of your tanks. Turret 1, turret 2. Obs gets out of there. Obs squishy, but permacloaked and can fly and is a detector. So that's why they're so squishy. They have to be squishy. They have to do this stuff. I love the pylon wall against vulture attacks into this base. It's not great. You can still park a vulture up here and like... But, I mean, it's better than them getting right inside that mineral line, right? Right. Where is my shuttle at? Did it go home? Shuttle? Where did it go? There it is. Okay, shuttle speed is done. We are zippy. We're feeling more confident now that we have the speed upgrade. Speaking of upgrades, +1 vehicle weapons is on the way from RoyaL. He's not skipping any steps here whatsoever. And yeah. Oh, did he just lose a Reaver? He just lost a Reaver because he unloaded in range of these tanks. No, Blade. Blade, no. Can't do that. Cannot get a free Reaver kill for your Terran opponent. Don't be making those mistakes, my guy. Okay. All right. More gates are coming in. There you go. 4th base up the right side. Spider-Mine has been dealt with. Storm is on the way. 6 High Templar in production. Gonna go for Gatewayman with shuttle drop-in. So, I'm just trying to find somewhere to put... I mean, down here's not a bad place for a Reaver drop. Behind the mineral line's not a bad place either. And Scarab is being dumb. Really dumb. No damage whatsoever. Neat. Unloading behind the mineral line works unless the SCVs have been pulled, which is some lost mining time here. Goliath wants shots so bad. Doesn't have Karen Boast yet, nor is it on the way. Trying to juke, but I think RoyaL is shut. No, the SCVs are clumped up. The SCVs are clumped up. They're back. They're clumped. He tries to get a shot on them, but this mineral stopping it. Yeah, horrible. Like maybe the least damage I've seen from a double Reaver investment in a long time on the channel. That was bad. I don't think the Reavers killed a single thing. One shot here, no. Another shot over here, no. This shot here, no. And the other Reaver got killed by tanks when I unloaded over here. So, all right, Blade. Getting a 5th base up the top right. Big fan of that. Against a 3-basing Terran, absolutely. Finally getting some scans in. Checking to see if there's a carrier transition after that Reaver disaster. I think some Protoss players would definitely be like, all right, screw it. It's carriers. I'm sick of dealing with tanks. But no, not doing it. Not yet. Now, look, I'm not saying he's not going to get carriers ever because, you know, Protoss can get carriers whenever they darn well please. They can start with carriers. They can get carriers at the 56-minute mark. They can get carriers now. It really doesn't matter. The Terran has to be scanning constantly to make sure that's not happening. But he's pushing, and he knows now if the Protoss is going to go for a carrier transition now, he's going to die because he needs to make units to deal with this push. He cannot be making carriers right now. So that is a nice thing to feel here from the Terran player. Sieging up. Didn't really get a nice slowdown there by Blade, did he? I mean, he got to stop here. If the tanks walked over and just parked themselves right here, it'd be game over. But Blade did a pretty good job forcing a siege a little bit further out. He could have forced it earlier than this, but man, it is so much RoyaL right now. Dude, he needs to expand behind this. Maybe he's just going for the killing blow. Here at 12 minutes. Seems like a fine idea. Okay, storming vultures, storming fighter mines. Fighter mines? Spider mines? They are kind of fighter mines, aren't they? You know, Tastosis says you can storm vultures. It's an okay use of storm. You know, they're not going to hold still like tanks will, but still a good use of storm. Especially if there isn't a better target available. Sniping High Templar. No, he gets 2 of them. He gets 2 of them. Guess who's going for a bit of a big shuttle drop somewhere? Is he trying to come around the back side, maybe? This tank is firing on the 3rd Nexus. It does get taken out by the Dragoons. Didn't have much support there. Unfortunately, he is. He's coming around the backside. He's going to drop on these tanks. The Vulture's not in a position to stop this at all. What a great storm drop. Unsieging the tanks. Getting him out of there. Once the tanks are unsieged, it's time for the Dragoons to come in. But guess what? The tanks that were forward did not unsiege. They were still firing away. That was pretty good by RoyaL, only unsieging the tanks that were in danger to the storm drop and the zealot bombing. And then the Dragoons can't jump in and wipe this entire path out. That's amazing stuff by RoyaL. There's a reason he's an ASL champion. That was a great play. And to continue on this push. A couple of these tanks are very injured, but, you know, they're siege tanks. They're far away from everything. Didn't necessarily have to take any damage. Dude, that was like 10 Spider-Man connections on a single Zealot, which is good for Blade. Trying to repair the tanks that were injured previously. No, they're both dead. More tanks rolling across the map here. Really 3-basing it. Here is RoyaL trying to kill Blade. Continuing to produce probes running. No siege tank Satch on those guys. 3rd base is going to be evacuated except for the remaining 4 probes who did not get the memo. Probes evacuate to the natural base. Still 61 probes here. A few more are going to die as this Nexus does go down. So now, as long as this doesn't snowball into this base dies, and then this base dies, and then this base dies, I think Blade's okay. 1 base dying is the reason you need to have extra bases against Terran. It's a natural thing. The unsieging against the Zealot bombs. Oh. Hey, Reaver killed a thing. They killed a vulture. Ugh. Blade's having a bad day. Really having a bad day right now. So it's the what do we do? What do we do? It just feels like Royal's kind of sieging up wherever he wants. This space is gonna die as well. Yeah, Psy stormed up. This is insane. Blade's in all of the trouble. All these probes are gonna die unless they get picked up and saved, which a bunch of them do get picked up and saved. Yeah, RoyaL casually getting a 4th base down south. One Zealot's not going to be enough to stop that. It's 162 to 163 supply. Ob's getting sniped out too. Just adding insult to injury here. Ob's is dying. Is he even going to bother killing that Nexus is the question. I don't know. No carrier transition is really possible here for the Protoss player. He doesn't have the money for it. He doesn't have the time for it. Ooh, this could be huge though. No! Oh my gosh, Reavers, you suck. You suck so much. That could have been like 20 SCVs, and I think one died to that Reaver shot because the Reaver shot stood there for a minute, hung out, drank a coffee, and then got in there and tried to get the shot off, but the SCVs were already gone. Good reaction time from RoyaL, but that sucks for the Reaver to not get anything done. Also, that engagement went pretty well for RoyaL. Again, RoyaL's winning this game. I'm not saying he will eventually be the ultimate winner of the game. I'm saying right now, he is winning this game. Every battle has gone towards his side. This base lifting off is a big problem. Gotta say, not happy about that if you're a RoyaL fan. It's kind of a saving grace that's allowing Blade to stay in this game at all right now. Because if RoyaL had that 6 o'clock... Ooh, DT comeback potential. Okay. This base is alive. Why didn't RoyaL finish this base off? Go finish it off! Oh, this guy's gonna run into a DT. Get it. Dude, RoyaL's kind of playing with his food, I feel like, right now. He's just not finishing off that 3 o'clock. He's trying to deal with a much, much better defended 6th base up here up the right side, which I understand he wants that one to deny Zealot bombs, unsieging the tanks to deal with the Zealots, which means Dragoons get better attack angles, but there's only 2 of them, so it doesn't really matter. Dude, you know there's nothing here. Get in there and shut it down. Send a Vulture down. 1 Vulture. Okay, RoyaL's screwing up here too. That's exciting. Dropships would be so good. Dropping up here would be insanely powerful, although the mobility of the Reavers that are defending is pretty nice. Dude, I cannot believe. Snipe, 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 snipe. Snipe, 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 snipe. Snipe, 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 snipe. Good Dragoon stuff here. I'm going to give him credit for killing like 10 Vultures with that attack. And if the Vultures are dead, it's a lot easier to handle the unsieged siege tanks. Gets a good storm off, bruising up a good group of those tanks. That's really nice stuff. But seriously, those probes are not dead for reasons I don't fully understand at all. Trying to come out here with Zealots and wipe this whole group out. Reaver shot good. Oh, losing a Reaver, though. Still no 4th base. The command center got repaired. He's going to go up here to the left side, 9 o'clock for a 4th. This Nexus is being rebuilt. This one never actually died. The probe massacre here at the 6th base is pretty bad, though. Down under 50 workers. Down under 50 workers is our dude. If Blade wins this game, I'm going to attribute it to the fact that this 3 o'clock never actually died. Okay, well now it's gonna die. But man, it got way more mining time than it ever possibly should have. Okay, cool. So RoyaL's up 20 workers. RoyaL's got his 4th base rolling. It's over, right? This game is toast. I'm not sure why we're here, but let's hold out some hope for Blade. Okay, no. DT didn't do much there. 2 Dragoons on the high ground and a High Templar aren't going to really move the needle here either. Nexus dead. This Nexus is back. This is scrappy, if nothing else. It is scraptastic, but a 55 supply lead. 55 supply lead. Oh, High Templar getting sniped before they get a single storm off at all. Trying to bring in whatever's in these 2 shuttles is not going to be enough to save the day. What about 4 shuttles, Falcon? Okay, so nothing faked. Faked shuttle shenaniganry a little bit. Those guys unloaded just for performative reasons, I guess. Oh, man. So, counterattack! Protoss are most dangerous when they are counterattacking. So, we're going to jump in here. See what we can do. This 4th base is in a lot of trouble, actually. Reinforcements getting Zealot attacked as they try to come up here and save the 4th base of RoyaL. Again, counterattacking is the best kind of attacking for Protoss. Engaging with a giant mech army, sad. Counterattacking, glad. There are a lot of SCVs here. I cannot believe there's not a High Templar. There is a High Templar. He doesn't have energy for Storm, and he's getting killed anyway. There are a lot of SCVs, maybe enough to perform some citizens' arrests on these Dragoons, but the Vultures are tearing them to pieces at the same time. Okay, comes in, saves the SCVs. I don't know how many SCVs died because there were like 40 here the whole time. Okay, the SCVs aren't actually safe yet. Blade's coming back for more. Oh, High Templar drop, High Templar drop. High Templar drop. He does! SCV massacre! There were 50 workers, now there are 24. A 25 SCV storm drop. That was massive! Oh my gosh. Alright, Blade wanted to get back in this game. He's back in the game. Holy smokes. Okay. So Protoss loses base here and base here. Terran loses most of his economy. Protoss already lost his, so it doesn't hurt as much, I guess. Lost a ton of probes, let's be fair. So what's the state of the game now? It's 4 basing Protoss with a minerals-only base here versus a... I mean, technically... That's mined out. Okay, so how many bases are actually mining? 2 basing Protoss, 1 base mining for the Terran. Great. Great. So we've kind of reset the game right now. Protoss has more workers, Protoss has more bases, but he needs that to keep up with the Terran. And Blades managed to reset the game here at 22 minutes. Insanity. Dude, another big scary drop coming in. Gonna get EMP'd if he unloads. Also, there's tanks there, so he just pulls back very smartly, very circumspectly, pulling back and getting out of there. Tap the like button, by the way, if you're enjoying the cast today. This is amazing stuff for your Monday. We maybe need to cast more Blade. I mean, obviously, there's a reason he hasn't won an ASL. He's made some big mistakes, but also he's doing some great stuff at the same time. DT's in here. Psystorm as well, though. D-Matrix keeping the tank alive a little bit longer than it would have normally, but already dead. Zealots having a field day inside this mineral line. Dude, SCV count is sub 20. It is a sub 20 SCV count at 23 minutes. I've seen Terrans just straight tap out when they're under 20 workers. 17 to 36. The reversal and the amount and number of workers available here for both players is insane. It was like 55 to 20 in favor, oh my gosh, okay, just a little bit late, of RoyaL like 5 minutes ago, and now it's 36 to 19 in favor of Blade. Double expanding up the left side is a good way to make up for that. RoyaL, just a thought that I had. Spider mines all over the place. They look like army units, but they're not because they're the same dot size as army units on the mini-map, and it always kills me. Blade, maybe trying to re-expand up the top right, recognizing RoyaL does have bases here and here, but he's not defending them at all. You could sneak around this top side, come in, kill this thing, Easy. Easily done. Oh, doesn't lose the shuttle. Very lucky there. 7 hit points on it. 2 High Templar on that thing. That is not cheap. You don't have enough gas to replace those guys. This is not vultures. This is not tanks. This is not. RoyaL getting that worker count back up thanks to the myriad of command centers that he's got. Okay, here we go. Dropping up. Sending a Zealot in. High Templar storming. A couple SCVs die there. Pretty good SCV micro. Getting out of there. Leaving a Zealot inside a mineral line just makes the SCVs get out because killing a Zealot is much harder than killing a Dragoon. Look at this dodging and weaving on these SCVs, man. They are weaving and dodging as much as they can here. There is still 2 High Templar inside this shuttle. I don't know how much energy they have left. Not going to worry about it. It is 38 to 26 workers now. Again, RoyaL's done a good job replacing SCVs. A bunch of them have been stormed, but really not that many during that last attack. Did a good job dodging storms with his life there because he needs to keep these guys alive if he's going to win this game. No sign of carrier transition at all. And again, I don't think he has the money to do it. If he'd held on to the top right 2 bases, I think maybe he would have had enough money to pull it off, but he doesn't. He is scrapping. He is clawing. He is trying to win this game. Oh, Reaver, maybe a good Reaver connection for the first time today? No! He's had the worst consistent Reaver luck in a single game I may have ever seen. Okay, well, a couple SCVs died there. And the Reaver dies. Dude, he's still trying to make Reavers work at 26 minutes, and I appreciate that about him. But it's not working. Protoss fans, avert your eyes. This has been some of the worst Reaver stuff. I think he's lost 6 or 8 Reavers today and killed maybe 5 SCVs. And a Vulture. It's not been very good on the trades. Sending some probes up to the top right. This base is back. This base is very back. Clearing out spider mines. And we're just kind of reset to where we were about 10 minutes ago. Protoss is all up the right side. Terran's got kind of newly up the left side here. 46 to 33 workers. RoyaL trying to rebuild from scratch here. Scrap, 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 scrap. So yeah, Blade could win this game. It was looking really bad for him, and then that massive double storm drop at the space where all of the workers existed in the world for RoyaL were sitting. That got him back in the game. That's it. That was the play. Storms have been much better to him than Reaver shots have. Way to check if there's a base at the 6 o'clock like that move. You know, just sending a scouting unit out to see what's going on, where stuff is a really important thing to do in StarCraft. I know a lot of the time you're worried about getting attacked and you kind of don't want to leave your base because then who knows, you might get attacked while you're gone. But just sending a single unit out, see what's going on. If the Zealot dies because there's a base down there, you have information. Information is everything. I love this poke and distract, and then into the top right we go. Into everybody dying. So, yeah, okay. Storm, yes. And kill this tank? No? Cool, didn't kill a tank. Could have killed the tank with a better storm positioning on that last one, but hey, they can't all be winners. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Ba-dum, bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, so 146 to 116 supply. Protoss is up. Protoss is looking actually pretty great here. He's at 3-1 upgrades. The Terran is at his 2 attack. So there's a minor upgrade advantage here, but he hasn't won an engagement he's tried straight up against the Terran all day. It's been all drops. It's been all shenanigans, which is kind of how Protoss lives against Terran. It's carriers, which are shenanigans, or it's dropping, which is shenanigans. You can't win a straight-up engagement against a Terran army unless all the tanks are unsieged and you get a good surround on them, but RoyaL's not going to let you do it, man. Another base coming up here from our dude Blade. Have I seen the Blade movies? No. Did I read a story about how Wesley Snipes could not be bothered to care about the 3rd one? Yes. Which is very funny to me. Anyway, swinging in 1, losing. Shuttle 1, losing. Shuttle 2. Storms are hit and miss. Kind of stormed his own High Templar more than anything else there. Yeah, not a winner. I think RoyaL is scratching and clawing and getting himself back into this game, folks. He's looking okay. He's only got 39 SCVs. But he's got his mech back, right? It's all up here. He's expanded as much as the Protoss has, which is not what the Protoss wants to see. Can Blade expand at the 12 o'clock and get away with it? He can get away with it. How long is the question? Yeah, if you're not zealot bombing this army, I don't think you're killing it as Protoss. This is a 160 supply, plus 2 attack. Still plus 2 attack, no plus 3 on the way here from RoyaL. Yeah, it's just everything's awkward, and you're trying to send the zealots in, but they're getting caught up behind everything else. And here we go, full sending in and getting some good storms off. D-Matrix, the drop ship, the shuttle by accident was RoyaL. What? Hang on a second, zealots are on top of the tanks. They're forced to unsiege to try and stay alive. Vulture's attracting the Dragoons enough to maybe stay alive as well. Dude, the D-Matrix shuttle is so cool. Reinforcing units from RoyaL are coming in. Wow. Well, I mean, if the goal is to keep the tank count a little bit low and reduce it as much as you can, that was pretty well done by the Protoss. He's still up 116 to 106 supply. RoyaL does not have a lot of army. Got about 50 supply of army right now, but they're scary. They're moving. Storm's not doing a lot. You can dodge storms with unsieged siege tanks at a level unheard of and untoward of. Psy-stormed, and maybe Psy-stormed. I don't even know, man. I don't know if the Psy-storms are doing enough right now. Terran is back. This is Deja Vu. Not the map Deja Vu, but it's Deja Vu. Stop me if you've seen this one before. Terran shows up in the top right corner of this map, knockout, and kills a couple bases. Hey, his favorite move. Ah, it's got to evacuate the probes up to the top right. These probes could probably evacuate, but I'm not sure where they go. Yeah, I think that was a last hurrah for Blade. If he could wipe out that entire army and get RoyaL to retreat back to his side of the map, I think he could have won from there, but he didn't. RoyaL got reinforcements. He was able to keep pushing, firing on 2 Nexuses at the same time, trying to get some kind of an amazing storm down, but RoyaL sees it. He just does. 0 kill storm. Templar dies before getting any storms off at all. My goodness. And that's it. Yeah, tried to take this out, couldn't do it. GG! RoyaL is our winner in 33 minutes and 2 seconds. What a back and forth. Blade almost won this game with a giant SCV drop. Well, SCV drop in number here. Thanks to the Psy-storm. Insanely good stuff that way. But RoyaL double expands up the left side, holds, does a great job keeping an eye on shuttles that are coming into this area, and storm dodging like his life depended on it, because it did. And then just every time the Protoss engaged with the Terran fleet, it died. He did a good job killing a lot of tanks. He killed many, many tanks today, but there are always more, and there are always reinforcements coming in, and he never got to the point where he had enough Protoss here that the Terran reinforcements couldn't get anything done and would have to go home, and that's the huge play. So, wow. Worker apocalypse, base apocalypse, end of the day. Terran comes out on top. Good job by him. All right, end of the day, 252,000 points, 254,000 points. Protoss had the most points, lost. Got outproduced by the Terran. Outkilled the Terran as well. The Terran lost more stuff than the Protoss did. 25 to 7 buildings raised in favor of the Terran is really tough to come back from. The outspend was pretty big too by the Protoss, but at the end of the day, just could not hold on to his bases in that top right, and that was the death of him. So, GG, and that's going to be it for me today. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw, what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, Twitch, Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky. All at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.